My name is Nick Van Rees. I'm a full-time professional horseman, horse chiropractor and a horse podiatrist. So it's very physically challenging, demanding on the body, plus also mentally as well. 2017 I was diagnosed with throat cancer. No, I never smoked. That's the first thing everyone assumes that I smoked, and I never did. The primary was on the tonsil, the secondary was in the lymph node on the right side here. So in August 2017, I had 7 weeks of radiation and chemo. Just about killed me. Sorry. Anyway, I got real clear, and then I had 3 PET scans after that, and the last one was late November, and I got a phone call from Royal Women's the week before Christmas, and they said, you need to get back in here in a hurry. And I'm going, oh shit, that doesn't sound good. So I went back in and they said, look, the 3rd PET scan has showed up that some lymph nodes in your neck are the wrong colour. Now, it could be just an infection, or they still could be cancerous. The only thing is, it's a side effect. I said, okay, what's that? Give it to me. And they said, you won't be able to lift your arm higher than that. And I'm like, holy shit, I'm 49 years old, I'm very active at work, and you know, I need to work. And I nearly didn't do the operation for self-preservation. But the surgeon convinced me that he would do everything he possibly could to save my arm. So, Valentine's Day 2018, I went in for the surgery. It was supposed to be a 3-hour surgery. I was on the slab for 6 hours. He actually scraped the lymph node off the AC nerve instead of cutting it. So, 10 days recovery. I get out of hospital, the best I had was that. It was all I could do, nothing at all. Then I got to the stage where I was going physio, which didn't do anything for me. And I thought, right, how am I ever going to get strength back and get back to work? I thought, I'll just go back to work. So I used to walk into a job and actually lift my arm up like that and put it up on the horse. And then do me stuff and move the arm. And people looked at me real weird, eh? So like, what's going on with this bloke? Anyway, I got pretty good strength, and I know I was able to do that. I was able to get that up there and do that. Then, up until Easter Sunday night, Tuesday, I was able to do this. Right, that's the best I had. So, I've been on the box thing with your feet. I've been using that a lot, the P, what is it? The P? Yeah, right. And I've been doing that, and then Fiona said, I'm going to start working on your neck with the wand. I said, yeah, no worries, knock yourself out. Now look, I'm a tough seller, right? I'm a real tough seller, I'm old school proper, you know? And I see so many things come into the horse industry that are just this and that, and they're going to save the world, you know? They're the best. But anyway, that's another story. So I started having the sessions with that, and that was Sunday night, because I worked all Easter, so Sunday night after work, Fiona gave me a session. The next night we were in Harvey Bay, and I had another session. I was sitting there, I'd actually finished a bit early, and I'm sitting there watching TV, and Fiona said, have you checked your arm? And I said, no, I haven't. And I went like this.
Oh, wow.
I looked at her, she looked at me, and I was like, holy shit! Look! Now, when I do that, I don't have a restriction. I used to end up doing this. So we're doing all down my, as you'll see there, there's no neck, it's all gone. It's really tight, my scapula has dropped, it's dropped right down. So I've always been in a lot of pain, even driving, and I'd sneeze, and I would just lock up, and I would be flat out driving. And I noticed that's not happening now. So the other thing too, it's interesting, my body has been punished, trust me. I started work when I was 13, roofing with my old man. And I've been roofing, I've been a horse podiatrist, which is barrier work, so sitting down like this all day, holding half a tonne of horse up. So imagine the stress through my knees. I was a competitive ski racer, so you get your toe behind a boat, 160 kilometres an hour, puts a lot of stress on your knees. And I used to get around a little bit, you know, lift one, drag one, you know, like a busted arsehole cowboy. I've noticed now that I don't have the irritation in my knees, and I'm actually walking straighter. And even in saying that, with my neck, I had a lot of trouble with this. I just would lock there. And it's really important when you hop on a horse, particularly for its first ride, because 90% of your balance is in your head. And if you're getting like this, you're unbalancing the horse. So it's really important that I had to try and do that. But now I find myself actually doing this more. And even Monday night, when I first did that, I was still doing that a little bit, but now I've noticed I can do that. And I also believe, May last year I practically died from a blood disorder that nearly killed me. I'm all back good now, but I'm actually thinking, after seeing what I saw here today, that I think that is possibly helpful. I had blood done the other day and they said they're the best they've been. So there's so many, I'm getting so many benefits out of it. Anyway, everyone, I've got a car, I've got to get back to work. I've got horses waiting for me. Enjoy the day, enjoy the afternoon. My motto in life has always been, ask the why question. If someone can answer the why question, you know it's genuine, right? It's very important. And don't be afraid to ask questions. So I say that to my customers all the time. Ask questions of your vet, ask questions of your doctor, ask questions of your farrier. Don't be afraid to ask, you're paying the bill, right? So ask questions, okay? There's no such thing as a dumb question, just a silly answer. Thanks a lot, eh?